Holy cow. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to do another video while I was gone, but no, we are. This video is going to be about the Malevolence. Nothing about me using it, but how it performs on defense and how you can still beat it with your Negotiator. And just to let you guys know what I'm using here is in all these tests, this is the lineup we're using for today. First and foremost is the Negotiator. This is only a 5-star Negotiator with a Relic 4 rather, GK. So that's that. Speed is not very important here because you're going to outspeed, at least I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. How about this is a good thing. So this is 172. We got to remember that speed for later, but we'll go check out the Malevolence's speed is so we can figure out if we can outspeed him or not. And then also we're using the Houndstooth with only Gear 12 with both Zetas. But I'm telling you guys, Gear 13 Houndstooth is no joke. It's very, very useful and important to your fleet no matter where you're going to use him. And on top of that, he's a great guy in your Django leads or wherever you want to use your Bosk. I mean, it's a great one, and I'm really considering getting this one done soon for GAC ships, stuff like that. So it's a great one. Okay, but this is the other two for today, Ahsoka and Anakin. Ahsoka is only Relic 3. She only has 160 mod on her. If she did have like a full 60 set, her speed would bump up, her everything would bump up pretty much. So yeah, her offense is only 11,708. Pretty good for an Ahsoka. We are not running her as a reinforcement because I do not like her as a reinforcement in any of these, although she has a solid reinforcement. And then this is Anakin. Anakin only has, or he has rather, everything 60 besides diamonds. So he actually loses. What does he lose? I think like one little speed maybe, or maybe he doesn't lose anything at all. Maybe he loses a little bit of offense. I can't remember, but that's Anakin. And reinforcements we're using for today is Umbaran. Umbaran don't even need Rex here, but the two you need is for sure Umbaran and also Plo Koon. Plo Koon does not need to be a high gear level, relic level at all. Just need this thing here. And also for fives, yeah. The high relic will make this entire battle go a lot easier, no matter where you use him. So right now he's relic 4, but this is really important. His reinforcement is very, very important here because you want to remove some TM, and then for this big huge hit on your AOE, it's going to, where is it? This one here is going to do a lot of extra bonus damage. And versus Hyena Bombers, as we will see in these battles, I'm going to show you a few. The Hyena Bomber is one of the tankiest things I've ever had to fight in a ship arena battle, and it's probably even worse than the Houndstooth. So today we are fighting a guy named Hip No Moon, and just to see where he is, I think I bumped him out of top 10 maybe. Nope, he's in 5. So yeah, this guy right here, he has a 6-star Malevolence. Everything is maxed out as you can get as of right now. He has a Relic 7 GG, 60 mods all around, and yep. So we want to see his speed. So he does outspeed me here. If I had an equivalent GK with everything 6E and the GK was on par with this guy, I'm pretty sure I could outspeed him. And if that is the case here, this would make this 10 times easier in my opinion because of our AoE being able to pull off the AoE mass assist earlier. That's huge. So yeah, this is him. This thing right here is probably the worst thing to have to go through is all of the crit avoidance here. That's the worst thing. So you'll never be able to crit. And it's really tough with Hyena here. Hyena is maxed out, so is the Vulture Droid. So yeah, 100k Hyena for HP, 93 almost K protection. That's like a maxed out one. These are like the base stats because you don't have any relics, you don't have a pilot. This is it. And then this thing with the extra defense and tenacity, it's really, really tough to try to burn through this guy. It really is. But today, with our fleet here, and hopefully you guys do have similar relics to what I have, you guys should be able to really just steamroll some of these teams. I've only ever lost once, and that one time I lost, I misplayed because I slapped on my Houndstooth taunt onto somebody else, and you don't want to do that. You always want to spread around these debuffs just so if they do happen to cleanse somebody, you still have that taunt available for you. So I'll chat about that in a little bit, just to make that a little bit more clear for you guys. And then also for the Vulture, everything's maxed out. And the last but not least is his bugs. His bugs, this is a spy at Relic 4. Would Sunfect make this a bit tougher? Yeah, it would at the starting 3. But a lot of people like using this on offense, so this is just what I had to fight in all my tests. And also for his reinforcements, we go to his bugs, his geos, wherever they are. That was a spy, relic 4, his soldier, relic 4, and his sunfac is relic 7. With no 6Es, but this is a tanky boy, and that's what we're running up against today. Let's get into some battles. All right, first one here. This is the team we're rocking. You really, in any of these, doesn't even matter if you're running a team versus a Malevolence or in a mirror match, you never get any use out of the Rex. You only really need your 5s and your your Plo Koon. So here's what you gotta do. Do the special there onto Hyena to apply some big hits, and then right freaking there, Anakin's AoE, you cannot... or you can resist it, but it's 100% chance of landing that. So the only way that you cannot land that, and for the buff meaning especially, is if he somehow resists it. But in this team, the only other droid here is Hyena and also a Vulture. So you get 20% tenacity there. We got to go check back here and see what his tenacity is, just so we can kind of get an idea of like what the potency tenacity check is. Okay, so I just checked. Yeah, he's gonna have a 50 or 53 base tenacity for Hyena, and then plus a 20% with Hyena and the Vulture droid there for the tenacity boosts. And our Anakin only has 50% 50% potency here. So even though you do have less tenacity or less potency to the tenacity, this should still stick almost every single time. I've never had a time where this doesn't stick, so that's not really an issue, but just something to throw out there, I guess. Okay, so next move is something that goes like this almost every single time for me. Ahsoka gets hit with the buzz droids, and you got to get up your taunt first. But as you can see here, with the strategy here, you do not want to target Hyena again, because there's a chance that the Negotiator, or not the Negotiator, Malevolence targets Hyena and cleanses that off. So what you want to go for there is try to get the Breach to stick onto Vulture Droid and not Hyena, just so that if they do happen to cleanse one or the other, you still have some debuffs for either an Anakin's buff immunity to stick around on Hyena, or you have Breach to stick on Vulture Droid, so you still have the Houndstooth taunt. So that's very important here. So after you do that, we didn't get it to stick for the Breach, but this is what you want to do here. So they didn't cleanse the Hyena, which is kind of, I guess, good RNG you could say here, but still, there's so much DPS here on the team, and this is what I'm saying right here, guys. If we were able to outspeed this this Malevolence with our GK, you're going to be able to do that AoE faster, and with that Dispel RNG, it's not even going to be an issue at all. So now you have, let's see, only two target locks stuck here, which is kind of bad RNG, but you can see here, we're going to get some nice big hits with our 5s. You really want to bring in 5s right after, any of this, as rather just their first reinforcement, really, just to kill off, some of the Vultures, just to not, piss you off and not annoy you, right? And also apply some more hits onto Hyena. So this is where Sunfac as reinforcement becomes really irritating and annoying, but you should be able to get this special off with Unending Loyalty. And after this, you can kind of just focus down, Sunfac. Right there, I probably should have done that AoE onto, instead, not Hyena, but instead Sunfac, just so he doesn't get a taunt back. So that's what I should have done, really. And pretty much in these ones, you kill Hyena just like we did there, you win. No issue whatsoever, because Hyena is the biggest problem maker in these entire battles. Yeah, Vultures and all those bugs, they can be problematic, but man, it gets to the point, as soon as you kill Hyena, this entire team crumbles apart. So this is what this team accomplishes. You have so much DPS in your arsenal to just burn down the Hyena, even though he's maxed out. And on top of that, you have some of these guys like 5s, and you have Plo Koon to bring the big DPS, and also to bring some extra and clutch healing with extra TM to cycle back and finish off some of these, either Vultures and the bugs. So this one is a 100% win. We only lost Anakin here, and we can also do our ultimate ability. And there you guys go. All the Vultures go bye-bye. So that's the first one. I want to show you one more, and then we'll finish the video there. Okay, so here's the second one. I want to show you guys what happens if they do cleanse off these debuffs off of Hyena. I do want to show that to you guys. So we might sneak in actually a third one here. So here you go. I made another misplay here. I should have gave that Breach over to Vulture Droid instead, just so that if they do happen to cleanse that, only one person still has the debuffs and the other person can get cleansed, just so you spread out some of the debuffs so you have better chances of getting your debuffs to stick. But you can see right here, we got 3 target locks to stick. We're going to do an AoE here onto Hyena, and maybe I should have done a basic onto another Vulture, so that when we do get our 5s in here for the AoE, you do big boy damage, you know, ridiculous. So let's see what this damage looks like. 1 times this, and voila. Yeah, a lot of those guys just died there. You cannot crit Hyena, or really anybody on this team, as a matter of fact. So, I mean, there you guys go. I do think the only thing you can really crit here is if you do bring in Rex as reinforcement to give out some of the critical chance, just so you have higher critical chance than the critical avoidance. But man, it's really tough to do. So pretty much you're stuck with no crits at all, and you're just doing base pure DPS. So yeah, this is an easy one. Hyena's about dead because of our big AoE from 5s. Now you're going to bring in your Plo Koon for the cleanse, TM, and you pretty much win. Like I said in the last one, you kill Hyena, you win in every single one of these. I have yet to really lose one where I'm like, what the heck? How did I lose this one? Everything has been straightforward for me, at least with wins. And I also want to show you guys, or share with you guys, my thoughts on this ship. Is it worth getting, or is it not worth getting? After like all my tests with it on and attacking it, if it's a good defensive ship or not. So yeah, this is a win for sure, because as soon as Hyena dies, you have full control of this battle and you win. So that's this one, and I will show you one where we have to, or rather the Hyena gets cleansed and what happens from there. So let's move over there. Dang, I thought I had that battle. I guess not. I'm not doing this intentionally. I just really thought I didn't have that, or I really thought I had that battle, but apparently I don't. But like I've been saying, guys, if the Malevolence does happen to cleanse that, you want to make sure you apply the breach to somebody else, just so the taunt sticks. As long as the taunt sticks onto Houndstooth, you should have no issue with going through these guys. I know that the over, or whatever the thing is, giving the extra offense, these little lightning bolts, they do give out more offense. So if they do happen to cleanse that onto rather the Hyena, he does happen to have a little bit more DPS. But even if I do lose somebody, I still get all these guys doing their big AoEs and their big damage to make up for Ahsoka loss. So this is how it goes. I'm really sorry. I thought I had that one. I really do. I thought I had a battle there showing that, but I guess not. But I did win pretty much pretty much all of these, with the exception of the misplay with targeting the wrong person. But this is how pretty much every single one of these go, guys. And like I said, it's a clean win every single time. So now, my thoughts. Let's replay this one. My thoughts on the ship. And I guess the big question is, should I be farming it? Should I be getting it up for either a GAC, or should I really be getting it up for a fleet? And I think I did a recent video on this. It comes down to your ships. Do you have a good Vulture Droid? Do you have a good Hyena and Bugs? Do you have that? Okay, if you do, then go for this. If you do not, I would probably say stick with your current GR. I think the Negotiator is still going to stick around for a very, very long time. I don't see anything beating it anytime soon, which is a good thing. You want fleet and really any meta to be diverse, with having people being able to climb with different variations of comps. And this, with how fleet is right now, it accomplishes that. And that's what I like about this the most. Malevolence is not a crappy ship. It is not a god tier ship. It's not amazing. It fits right under the category of a Negotiator, I think. It's not busted. It's not crappy. It's really solid. And I would say, if you guys have like a 5-star Negotiator, and you have some of these droid ships and stuff built up for it, feel free to work on that fleet for GAC. So you have those guys for defense, which is a strong defense still, and then you maintain your Negotiator for offense. That's what I would do personally. I think they're trying to make this a little bit more easier on to a future ship raid, and to make this a little bit easier for GAC. And maybe if they do want to introduce some more nodes for GAC and ships, this is what it's going to be here for. So yeah, I don't think this is going to waste at all. I think this is a solid fleet still. I just think it's everything in fleet is beatable now, and you can still beat these with your GK and your GR. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And again, a last thing here: if you were able to outspeed the enemy Malevolence, you're going to have no issue at all, whatsoever. It's just not going to be an issue at all, because they're not going to be able to cleanse before you do your big hits, and you get your big hits in earlier, and make it a lot easier for yourself to kill the Hyena. And like I said, once you kill Hyena, you win. So that's this one, guys. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me today. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, share it around, and sub to the channel if you are new here. Besides that, we have a Discord and Patreon if you guys want to go check out those and support me there. Thank you for watching it again, and I will see you all later.